And Hagar fled from Sarai. And then the angel of the Lord found her by a spring of water in the wilderness. We don't know whether it was a spring that the water was coming out of the earth. Maybe. Much more probable, maybe it was something like this, a well. It's a cistern, like you have them all over the area, all over the Middle East. The spring on the way to Shur, which is far south in the direction of Egypt. And he, the angel, said, Hagar, slave of Sarai, where have you come from and where are you going? And she answered, I am fleeing from my mistress Sarai. And then the angel of the Lord said to her, and it's interesting, he tells her three things. The first thing is a condition. He says, return to your mistress, humiliate yourselves under her hand. Now, if you look in the text, it says now in verse 10 again, and the angel of the Lord said to her. Why does it repeat it from verse 9? It had been said there. Why does he not just continue? And the rabbis say that it has to be said anew because there was silence. Hagar did not answer, yes, I'm happily going back to Sarai. So there was silence. And the angels of the Lord goes on. And the second thing he brings to her is a promise. He says, I will surely or tremendously multiply your offspring. They cannot be numbered for multitude. There's a promise. And again, if you look in the text, Hagar is silent. She doesn't say a word. She just waits. Maybe she's depressed. Maybe she's angry. Verse 11. Finally, the angel of the Lord said to her, and this now is a calling, a task, a success. He is proclaiming to her, he says, look, you are pregnant, you shall bear a son, and you shall give or call his name Yishmael, which means translated, the Lord or God will listen, because the Lord has listened to your affliction, to your humiliation. We have to be very clear here. The Lord does not approve oppression. Even though the angel says, go back, you're a slave. You have to obey to Sarai. But quite often, as we see in the Bible, he uses this condition, this situation, for his purposes and his plan. And now in verse 13, finally, Hagar says something. She says, she called upon the name of the Lord who spoke to her. And again, we hear what we have heard already with Abram, that calling upon the name of the Lord is not just she shouted something out, but that she makes a confession, she makes a proclamation, and she says, you are the God who saves. You are El Roi. And she gives this well the name El Roi, the Lord who sees.